Have you ever felt that your English sounds repetitive? Maybe every sentence starts to sound the same. Like, I went to school. I did my homework. I watched TV. The problem isn't your vocabulary, it's your sentence structure. Today, you will learn the four sentence types that can instantly make your English sound more natural, more fluent, and more advanced. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to recognize and create simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, compound complex sentences. And don't worry, this is much easier than it sounds. Let's begin. Before we look at the four sentence types, we need to understand one important idea. What is a clause? A clause is a group of words that contains a subject, who or what, a verb, the action or state. There are two main kinds of clauses. Let's talk about the independent clause. An independent clause is a complete thought. It can stand alone as a sentence. For example, Sarah finished the project. In this statement, Sarah is the subject and finished is the verb. This sentence makes complete sense by itself, so it is an independent clause. Dependent clause. A dependent clause also contains a subject and a verb, but it does not express a complete idea. For example, because Sarah was tired. In this statement, Sarah is a subject and was is verb. But something feels unfinished, right? You're waiting for more information. That is why it is called a dependent clause. It depends on another clause to complete the meaning. At this point, it is very important to understand subordinating conjunctions. These are words that often introduce dependent clauses. Examples include because, although, while, since, if, when, unless. Let's look at this example. Because Sarah was tired, she went to bed early. Now the sentence is complete. Great. Let's move on to the four sentence structures. Let's begin with the simple sentences. A simple sentence contains one independent clause. That's it. Just one complete idea. Let's have a look at these examples. The dog chased the squirrel. Mia reads every evening. We arrived on time. The coffee tastes amazing. Simple doesn't mean boring. Simple sentences are clear, direct, and powerful. Many professional writers use them all the time. Now that we have mastered the simple sentences, let's move on. A compound sentence combines two independent clauses. The clauses are usually connected by a coordinating conjunction. The most common coordinating conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. A helpful way to remember them is the word fanboys. I hope you've heard about them. Let's talk about these examples. The storm was approaching. It is an independent clause. We continued hiking, which is an independent clause. Let's join them. The storm was approaching, but we continued hiking. Now we have a compound sentence. Let's talk about more examples. I wanted pizza, so I ordered delivery. Emma loves science and her brother enjoys math. Compound sentences help connect related ideas smoothly. Now let's talk about complex sentences. A complex sentence contains one independent clause and one dependent clause. There is an example in front of you which contains one dependent and one independent clause. Although the road was slippery, the driver stayed calm. As you can see, although the road was slippery is a dependent clause. And the other one, the driver stayed calm, is an independent clause. Together, we have a complete sentence. Although the road was slippery, the driver stayed calm. Here we have more examples. When the concert ended, everyone cheered. If you practice daily, your English will improve. Complex sentences allow you to show relationships such as cause and effect, contrast, time, condition. That is why they are extremely useful in both speaking and writing. The fourth type of sentence is compound complex sentence. This is the most advanced sentence type. A compound complex sentence contains at least two independent clauses, at least one dependent clause. So let's build one step by step. While the team was preparing is a dependent clause. The coach reviewed the strategy is the first independent clause. The players warmed up is the second independent clause. Let's put them together. While the team was preparing, the coach reviewed the strategy and the players warmed up. That is a compound complex sentence. Let's have a look at more examples. Because the rain was delayed, we waited at the station and we missed our connection. Although the weather was cold, the runners finished the race and the crowd applauded loudly. These sentences allow you to express multiple connected ideas with precision. I hope you have mastered all four sentence types. It's time to prove it. Let's write one simple, one compound, one complex, and one compound complex sentence. Pause the video and post your answers in the comments. Let's see who can get all four correct. See you in the next lesson.